Hello and welcome to class 11 computer science lectures. We are studying unit 1 computer system and organization. The topic that we will be covering today is cloud computing service models. So in the previous video we have studied that there are two types of working models for cloud computing: deployment models and service models. So we have already covered deployment models in the previous video. Today we will be studying about the service models. So we have three types of service models for cloud computing. First is SaaS, that is software as a service. Second is PaaS, that is platform as a service. And third is IaaS, that is infrastructure as a service. Now let us have a look at each of them in detail. So software as a service is available via a third party over the internet, and the software is available to the users over the internet usually for a monthly subscription fee, and the delivery of SaaS services is over the internet. Most SaaS providers, they operate on a subscription model with a fixed inclusive monthly account fee. Now we have certain examples of SaaS over here, like BigCommerce, Google Apps, Salesforce, Dropbox, Mailchimp, Zendesk, DocuSign, Slack, HubSpot, etc. Next, if we talk about the characteristics of SaaS, then we have availability over the internet, hosted on a remote server by a third party. Scalable, that is with different tiers for small, medium, and enterprise level business. Then last is inclusive, offering security, compliance, and maintenance as a part of the cost. Next, if we talk about the advantages of SaaS, then first is that there is no need to install and run the software applications on your computer. Everything that is there, it is available on the internet, and you can access it from any device, anywhere, at any time. And same goes for your staff members also, like they will have personalized logins and they will have a suitable access according to their access level. Then if we use SaaS services, then we don't need to engage an IT specialist just to download the software and use it, because everything is readily available on the internet, and we can provide the personalized logins to the employees, and then it will be very easily to access over the internet for all of the members of the organizations. So the basic advantage is that we can use the services ourselves. There is no need for IT specialists to download the software onto multiple computers throughout our office or worry about keeping the software on every computer up to date. Now comes the suitable conditions when SaaS can be used. So SaaS platforms are basically used when we want an application to run smoothly and reliably with minimal input from our side. We don't want to provide inputs from our side, and then also we want the smooth running of our software. So in that case we can use SaaS. And we can use SaaS when we are just not paying for the product but for our peace of mind also. That is, we just have to pay and don't have to worry about the technicalities of using the software. The rest is the headache of the service provider who will be providing us the service. We just have to use the product or application by paying the monthly subscription fee that they have asked for. For example, take your email server. You want to know that you will continue to send and receive emails without needing to fiddle with your email settings or worry about updates. Now imagine if your email server went under because you forgot to update it and went days without email. So that's simply not an option in today's market. So if you use a SaaS platform to run your email inbox, then the chances of something going wrong is very small, because the service provider, they are taking care of everything. So there is no need for you to update it or take the headache of installing it. They are doing everything. You just have to pay and use. Also, BigCommerce provides complete shopping cart software as well as hosting infrastructure to the user, allowing businesses to create an online shop within minutes without worrying about the coding, hosting, or the software. Next, we have PaaS, that is Platform as a Service. So, a PaaS vendor provides hardware and software tools over the internet, and people they simply use these tools and develop their own application. And the delivery of PaaS services is also over the internet. And basically, PaaS is used by the developers who are building software or applications. So basically, a PaaS solution provides the platform for developers to create unique and customizable software. The various characteristics of PaaS are accessible by multiple users, scalable, that is, we can choose from various tiers of resources to suit the size of the business, built on virtualization technology, easy to run without extensive system and administration knowledge. Next, we have the advantages of PaaS. So PaaS basically provides the platform for developers who wants to create unique and customizable software. Companies who use PaaS will pick and choose the services they need. It means that the developers don't need to start from scratch when creating applications, saving them a lot of time and money on writing extensive codes. PaaS is a very popular choice for business who want to create unique applications without spending a fortune or taking on all the responsibilities. It's a kind of like the difference between hiring a venue to put on a show versus a building venue to put on a show. The venue stays the same, but what you create in that space is unique. So PaaS is basically used when the most cost effective and time effective way we need for a developer to create a unique application. And also PaaS allows the developer to focus on the creative side of the app development. There is no need for the developer to worry about the extensive code on writing the module for the applications. What all creativity can be done in that application, that the coder has to do. So this is the basic advantage of PaaS and when it can be used. The last model is IaaS, that is Infrastructure as a Service. So IaaS business offers services such as pay as you go storage, networking, and virtualization. IaaS give users cloud-based alternatives to on-premise infrastructure, and the delivery of IaaS services is also over the internet. Some examples are AWS, that is Amazon Web Service, Windows Azure, Rackspace, Google Compute Engine, etc. Next, if we talk about the IaaS characteristics, it is highly flexible and highly scalable. That is, adding more modules to the service will not degrade its efficiency. Accessible by multiple users at a time, IaaS services can be used by multiple users, and it is also very cost effective because multiple users can use at the same time. So naturally it will be cost effective. Next we have the IaaS advantages. With IaaS, we can buy what we need as we need, and then we can purchase more as the business grows. So it basically means that maintaining on-premise IT infrastructure is actually costly and labor extensive. It often requires high significant initial investment in physical hardware, and then we'll probably need to engage external IT contractors to maintain the hardware and keep everything up to date. So with IaaS, at what time whatever we need, only for that we have to pay. We can purchase according to our need, and as our business keeps on growing, then we can buy more. Then in IaaS we are required to just pay a significant initial investment in physical hardware. So the users only pay for the usage of the server, saving them the cost and associated ongoing maintenance of investing in physical hardware. You no longer need to place faith in an external IT contractor. You can access and oversee IaaS platform yourself if you wish. Next, we have when to use IaaS. So IaaS is beneficial to business of all shapes and sizes as it allows complete control over the infrastructure and operates on a pay as you use model. So it fits into most budgets. So users, they only pay for the usage of the server and it saves them a lot of cost. And IT infrastructure, choosing IaaS as alternatives, it is safer for them and it is a more reliable option also. With most IaaS platforms, you get access to ongoing support and have the option of scaling up your requirements at any time. And utilizing IaaS is a great way to future proof your business. A good example of IaaS, if we talk about, is AWS EC2. Now, EC2 provides scalable infrastructure for companies who want to host cloud-based applications. EC2 users do not use the physical servers. AWS provides the virtual servers. So this was all for this session. Thank you.